All right, Ray. What's happening?
What's going on, Tim? Happy Wednesday. Hump day.
Hump day is right.
That's
Wacky
right.
Wednesday. Here we
Wacky
go.
Wednesday. I like it. That's nice.
And we got people in that Cheesehead Will in the house already. Who's picking up the queens?
I don't
Calling
know.
them out.
Hey, Charlotte. There you go. How you
Charlotte,
doing? Yes.
how we doing?
Yep, you should get one, Charlotte. Those Royals are amazing. Like,
Like,
share,
shared, and subscribe. Very good. Love that.
notification bell. Thank you, George. That's what I'm talking about. Now bring the Thug Nuggets. Oh, yes. That is a great trait. That's one of my favorite traits is the Thug Nuggets. It's near and dear to our hearts. Crypto Grandma, hello. How are you?
I'm gonna go bring that out. The Thug Nugget alert.
Right, there he
We
is.
got a good show coming up. Big auction. Here they are. Let's go over this. Hold on. Let me get this. Let me take Thug Nugget
No
down
Thug
now.
Nugget for this.
There it is. Okay, 5 minutes to go. Let's see what's happening. We got a Fireman Bee
Ooh.
at 389. A Blaze already over 500. 501.
Ooh.
Vietnam Royal Queen 22,000. And a
Wow.
Warrior Bubblegum Warrior. And there's Thug Nugget. There it is. 389. And Central African Republic
That is
21
nice.
even. Yeah, I think those are going to move a little bit. I think both of those are going to move. Fun fact, I think we mentioned it on a show less than a month ago. So Central African Republic has backed their currency with Bitcoin.
Oh, that's right. I remember you saying that. Yeah, backed by Bitcoin. That's nice.
So their currency is backed by Bitcoin. So very cool. They're very progressive as far as crypto goes.
Yeah, thanks,
So,
Nicole. Missed you too. Appreciate it.
Thank
Yep,
you, Nicole.
that is cool, man. That
Yeah,
is.
good stuff.
I think that's the first country that has ever done that, right? And that's you just said.
I guess backing their own, backing it up like we used to be on the gold standard. They're on the Bitcoin standard,
Bitcoin
right?
standard.
They're backing up their currency with Bitcoin. So yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. I guess it's a little different than what is it, El Salvador, which has made Bitcoin legal tender alongside their currency. So I guess they're propping up their currency with Bitcoin. So that's pretty cool. Skimming 2 refreshes here. Looking for any changes. Not yet. Everybody's waiting for that last minute because we got 3.5 minutes to go. Everybody's working the fast gas tonight. We'll have some fun with that.
I was going to read some of the queens. You got Central African Royal Queen.
Yes.
Central African Republic it's a landlocked country with exceptionally rich biodiversity. It has the world's 5th lowest CO2 emissions when measured by CO2 per capita. One of 3 countries in the world where the darkest nights, there's the darkest nights are there, Tim. That's wild. That's cool. Meaning least affected by light pollution. And therefore the best for stargazing. Yeah. I got a cool thing like that when I was in Kansas. I got to see, because people don't usually know that you can see the Milky Way galaxy. It's amazing.
Oh yeah.
So it's national flower, King Protea. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Also known as honeypot. It's known as honeypot, the flower. Tim.
It's a sign.
It is a sign. It's the largest in its genus, well adapted to harsh conditions. It can even survive wildfires. Wow, it doesn't even burn up.
Wow.
That's a honey flower right there, man. I like that. Great one. Okay, the other one, Vietnam. Good morning, Vietnam. That's right. Royal Queen, officially the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. It's an S-shaped country and a nation of rivers with 392 of them. That's a lot of rivers running across from the top to the bottom of the country. Home to the largest cave in the world, Sun Dune Cave, approximately 5.5 miles long, 650 feet wide, and 500 feet tall. It's made up of more than 500 individual caves. Wow.
Wow.
3 Vietnamese words are featured in the Oxford Dictionary: pho, ban, and mi, and ao dai. Iconic foods and clothing of Vietnam, popular it's worldwide. So yes, I know the pho. That's the noodle stuff, right? Pretty sure. Po.
I don't know.
It might be po or pho. I'm not sure. But
Po is the
panda.
The panda in the Kung Fu Panda.
That's right. This is po. That is po. But it is that's the noodle stuff. My daughter, she loves that stuff. So I know that's how I know what that is. But very cool, man.
I don't get a chance to eat much Vietnamese.
No. There you go, James. Appreciate you, man. Good. Thanks for hopping in here. The Dark Knight. They have Batman in Vietnam. It is the Batman. That is. That's where he is. Let's buzz and go. That's what I'm talking about, Richie. They have great Vietnamese food in Vietnam. That's great. That's true, Amy. Thank you for the knowledge drop. Hello. How's it going, Deborah? But yes, that is good stuff. We're at 30 seconds, Tim.
There we go. Let's do another
Vietnam's
refresh.
Going to bump up
See
some.
what's happening. Vietnam. Well, I know what's going to bump up for sure. There it is. Fireman hits 412. Blaze at 550. Got some competition there. 22 on Vietnam, 389 on the Warrior, 21 on that one. 9 seconds to go. You better hurry. You better make sure.
Too late.
Too late?
3
Didn't
seconds.
make it?
No, it's 1 second.
Couldn't redo it?
Look at that. That is nice.
Look at that.
Wow.
22, 21. There it is. We're going to have to do a refresh in a second. 412, Fireman. I scored the Fireman. I scored that Fireman.
Know. Oh, you got the Fireman?
That Fireman's mine.
Oh, that's nice. Good get, man. Nice pickup.
And I like this Warrior, this Warrior in the back with the scarred up face. That's good. I like that. I like that too.
It is. It's very
Blaze for 550. That's strong numbers for the Blaze, which is good. Nice. Got a nice bat bead behind it. In Vietnam has a what is that? What is that one again?
What? Oh, that's the samurai.
The samurai, a bearded samurai. Very cool. And then you've got the another warrior with the Irish mohawk and a bubble gum and a bat bead behind it. Very nice. And this is cool. You have a bearded halo. A bearded halo one behind the Central African Republic one.
Bearded Halo Slash. What these got the
Oh, it's got Slash too. Wow, that's a busy beat.
That's a strong beat.
Let's see.
Yep.
They ended up all the same. 22. There it is. Final numbers.
That is. Look
Very
at that.
Nice. Congratulations, everybody.
2 Royals, the same wallet. Good for that. Good for them. Excellent get. That's a nice get right there. I like it.
And it stayed strong. No competition. Nobody pushed it.
No, not at all, man. That's a good price for a Royal, man. Old George.
Yeah.
Bon Me love the sandwiches. 45-minute. Awesome. So he's got the place. Will likes ramen over po. So there you go.
There you go.
My daughter. Whoa. Yeah. There you go. Yep. The Slash. That is a nice one. That's a nice
Slash with a halo helmet and the beard underneath there too.
It is. It's very cool.
There's a lot going on with that beat.
Yep. Absolutely.
But very cool. Nice get.
I love the auction, man. I mean, where this thing is just humming along, like you said. Auction 83, 2 Royals right there. I think we're gonna we're in time for a US, either a princess or something, Tim.
So if it's 83, we're 297 days to go.
I know. We're under.
My math is correct.
It is. That's good. That's right off the top of your head. That's good. But yes, that's where we're at, man. Kind of.
Yeah, that is exciting. Counting down all this good stuff coming out. But there's not much time for some of these major Royals left. We got to be starting to hit a little bit of that. At least the princesses,
Yeah.
They got to get out there.
Yeah, I know.
Got to mix it up a little bit. But it's beautiful. It's a fun time watching these go down, and they're all strong. They're still holding their prices really strong, and even these regular worker bees.
I know it's all been like at least over 400. The Warrior, that's a great deal for that one. But yeah, it's been 400.
Still the night, but otherwise, and
then you get to the golds and the gold DMTs and even the blazes. Sometimes those blazes get a little bunkers too. But they are up there, man.
Very cool.
That is. That's right. All good, man. I didn't know if you had anything before we jump into anything.
No, you've got the the title.
I said yes. When
you wanted to go with when crypto adoption. So I'm not going to get in the way of that one.
No, I like it.
Let's hear it.
It's good stuff. I like I said, talking about.
I know. I need to know when's it going to be adopted because I'm fully invested here. I'm all ready. My chips are on the table.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about. I know. I'm like I said, who knows, man? But it's not like this ETH merge thing. It's not going to go kicking it in the butt either. But it's there's a lot to this, and that's that's kind of what we want to go over and talk about because I enjoy what we get to go over almost every night, man. Let me paste this. I spent a little extra time. I hope you all like it. Got a new little presentation thing, but
Ooh.
you like that? Did you see it all fall in there? It's like I'm excited, man. I like new tools, right? But when crypto adoption, right? And like I said, everybody, this is my opinion. Doesn't even, like I said, we don't have dates, things like that. Even to, I'm always going to kind of discuss. You talking about centralized and decentralized. The next slide, it's more talking about banks and how banking entities and all of this with regulations. That is the centralized version, right? And I think that's going to be a big driver to this adoption. I mean, that's what people are going to feel most comfortable to do, right? But even too, when we were in Austin and hearing the people up there that were talking on stage, especially Dan that we got to meet, and some other folks that were just in the gaming industry, it was cool to hear what they think with gaming, because I mean, I think that's another driver,
Yeah.
just like they were saying, of adoption, because that is a very easy move. Those are gamers, right? They're already used to using this stuff. They're kind of into it already. But when it gets into where, like you see with Axie Infinity, you see with the Pokemon, you can see where this is an easily adopted thing. But again, I think that's more decentralized, right? But that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm talking about more of the banking way, right? I think, and again,
Well, Ray, before you start, I'm going to say that I don't know if you see it or not, but I did put up the banner that we're here for entertainment purposes only.
Yes.
This is not financial advice. Do your own research. Consult with your professional advisor before making any life decisions.
Absolutely. So. Thank you. And it is this, and it's my opinion. Doesn't mean any of this is fat. We're over here kind of telling you what we think, right? But I think adoption will be mainly driven by banking entities, right? And like I said, regulations, governments, with a custodial format. I think something that simplifies the usability for people with less knowledge of technology, right? This will be the driving force. This is what everybody is wanting, right? They're not used to being in full control of their assets, right? Of kind of creating a wallet, keeping all the passwords and the private keys. They're not going to really want to do that. Just in general, like I said, we've kind of went off on our own for like 2 years now, teaching, helping people do DeFi. What we've done is very unusual, right? I do not see, again, we're going to continue to do that. We want to show people about the beautiful part of decentralization, but the majority of the world, I think, is going to go in through that way when their bank and all of these places make it holding hands easy. I mean, would you agree, Tim?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that we did it a couple months ago, but most people are in charge of their own financial advisor. I think it was 75% of the people don't have a financial advisor. So they're already in charge of themselves. They just haven't been offered these services inside their bank or whatever it is. So it's reaching outside their comfort zone that they really take over the rest, take that next step. Right. But, we say talk to your financial advisor, but I think the stat was that, 74% of the people, they don't have a financial advisor. So right. you got to do your own. This is hopefully where you're starting your research, and you can do a little more. But this is great information. So I'm looking forward to hearing what you got to say.
Right on, man. Thank you. But to us, that completely contradicts the concept of self-custody and decentralization. We all believe in the technology, and we always hear these statements that we kind of talk about. Be your own bank, because that is real. I mean, that is the beautiful part of that. When you take full custody and you are in full control, you can be your own bank. That's what we got to go through in DeFi and staking and yield farming and doing all that stuff. That is being your own bank, and that is operating like it. And another one, not your keys, not your crypto. It is true. Other things where people are keeping things on Coinbase and these centralized exchanges. And you even see a lot of this stuff of what happened when the crypto crashed and then this huge pullback. Some of these things got liquidated and they're gone now, right? Even too, we've talked about on other shows, Tim, crypto.com. Look, they're got the Staples Center where they changed the name for that. And look what they had to do. They had to lay off a lot of people, right? I mean, there's still the crypto.com is still the stadium, but things happen. And that's the point of decentralization. I don't want anybody to have any kind of access or control of any of my assets. Now that I know that I can do that, there's no really way going back, I believe. But that's what I'm saying. There's going to be this, but the actual adoption, it's going to be really in a big way with the centralized pieces. But again, for us, it's completely contradicts what we think. And I'm like I said, I'm not pro or against or con. I'm just telling you that that's what I believe is going to happen, right? Let me move this little thing here too. I got this in the way. But the price also has a great impact, and that is one of the incentives for adoption. But we know usability will prevail in the future. Today, volatility tempts people who see quick profit. They seek it. They look in and they're trying to do quick profits. But of course, there's a huge risk of loss. These things are very volatile over here. But that is what people do over here. Is there, you can see in any of our groups, any of the NFTs, you see it all. That's what the people are kind of over here for. Is they hear all these amazing stories of an NFT going from whatever this 0.1 all the way up to 50 ETH, right? That's what that's what draws them. That's what that is. That's part of adoption too. Same thing with crypto, the ICO days. Anybody that had Bitcoin back in 2014, these are huge things, huge gains. That's what we talk about, the price differences of all of this stuff. So again, that is another huge draw of why people obviously want to get over here. And right now, that's what's funny is I was over, in a non-crypto convention, right? And they still, even though this is a great time to get in, scared, Tim, scared. Right. They don't want to do anything a part of that. They hear all this news or whatever, this FUD, and yes, that it freaks them out, man. And it's funny because that's not what you should be doing. This is the time. Great point to get in. We know where it's going, and this is the best opportunity you're going to get again, right? But again, not financial advice, because again, November, I'm going to go through a little timeline of 2021 all-time highs, right? This is what it was, Tim. It was November 10th. This was the all-time high, and that's what I'm looking at right here. November 10th, 2021, everything touched its all-time high, okay? Bitcoin, it touched $68,622. Ethereum was $4,844. And Binance is another, great ecosystem exchange, $665. And we used to talk about this when we would go on, Tim. The market capitalization of the entire crypto market was $2.9 trillion. And I remember we were talking how it's almost at 3. It might even popped over. I'm not sure, but it was fluctuating right around there at this time period. So what a difference, right? I mean, what a difference of look at ETH, right? We're exactly talking about this is look at it there. I don't think Ethereum is going away, right? Why wouldn't you get in and be at this discount, right? If that's where it was just November, that's, I don't know, 9, 10 months ago. That's beautiful, man. Right. So, that's what you're looking at here. And it's wild stuff because it seems like ages ago, Tim, but it's not.
It does seem like a lifetime ago. It's only 10 months.
It's only 10 months. Yep. Kind of wild.
I don't think I had any gray hair back then.
No, that's why I said I lost some, man. That's why I said I love the memes, man. You ever see some of the stuff where the guy's he's all athletic, got all the muscles. He said he's been through, crypto winter, this pullback, and he's starving, got the ribs showing and everything.
Yeah.
But that's it. This is a volatile place. It's what it is. And it's not to me. I mean, like I said, I'm in. We know that's what we all talk about. We're just getting in a position, and we're all hodlers here. Obviously, some maybe try to do the trading and keep up with the market, but I don't. I try to get as much as I can of this network, whether it's Ethereum, Bitcoin, M2, the bees, all of different things that we have. I'm just trying to get more of what these assets are, right? Because I believe in them. Here's a little recap of major news about adoption, right? And this was cool because we, a lot of people in our community, this isn't going to be anything new. You do know this, right? I remember the first time that we talked about the El Salvadorian president. It became the first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. That was a huge thing.
I think it was September 7th was
Yep.
El Salvador Day.
Yep, I think you're right. I mean that's huge, man.
Yeah.
That country he told the IMF to go fly a kite, and he was buying it on the dips. He was tweeting and doing all kinds of stuff, right? And even now he's getting hassled and talking about how he's in the black. He's there in the underwater, right? Because he did buy it at where was that 40, 50, right? But he's all right. If they just hold it, it's gonna go back, right? We believe in this technology. It's going to do something, right? And something big. And like I said, I'll get into that a little more. The NFT summer sparks a flood of new crypto adoption, and celebrities become really into NFTs, right? And that it's also, Tim, where we saw major companies, major corporations getting in, right? That one we were looking at yesterday, it didn't have McDonald's and the restaurants in there, but those are also all kind of getting in this space, right? First major U.S. bank offers clients access to Bitcoin. That's Morgan & Stanley. We've heard of them, right? That's a big financial company. PayPal, Venmo, they add support for crypto. Again, centralized, but yes, remember that. Crypto exchange Coinbase gets listed on the NASDAQ. I know that was just a little over a year and a half ago. I think it was March of 2021, right? Somewhere around there. And then good old Meta, formerly Facebook, announces their metaverse. And again, that's a big deal. You're talking about a huge company changing into the Meta, right? So they can get prepared and get everything that they think needs to be done for the metaverse. So, like I said, those are just kind of
how many times you ever hear of $1 billion company changing their name and their focus before? Right. We're just going to change gears. We're changing the name and we're going, into the metaverse.
It's true.
Thanks, Facebook.
Yes, thank you, Zuckerberg. Thank you, appreciate it. But even to remember, just yesterday we looked at the graphics. He was all proud of it. He changed it, man. They took it down, said, "Hey, this is not really the graphics." But my man was posting it, so it's he's not too far along for spending billions. That's not so good. All good though, no worries for him. But like I said, inflation, global economic turmoil, and the devaluation of fiat currencies will also be a powerful driver of adoption. And I know we don't like that word fiat, Tim, but who knows what's going on? I mean, look at the past 2 years. Who would have said a pandemic would have shut down the world, right? Who would have said that? And actually, it was a great thing. Probably for crypto, it got us all to be on these Zoom calls, got us all tweeting and on these clubhouses and all of this technology using to interact with each other and just be able to concentrate, build, and focus on something that we all know is going to be this new financial industry, right? And even much more. You're going to find that it touches almost every industry, in blockchains and NFTs and crypto itself. It's going to be a huge, a huge shift, right? But who knows? Again, going forward, what else happens, right? Who knows how much any of our dollar goes down more, right? Or inflation happens, or any of that stuff. But this is going to be a force for and against. It could slow it down. It could speed it up. And again, I even think with the pandemic, that really had a little speed along with a lot of that stuff, right?
I do think it helped.
Right? I mean, that's what I think. But who knows? Don't really know. But this is a new and emerging market, right? And old school valuation methods don't work for Bitcoin and other cryptos. You can't compare them. It's not the same. Ratios like price to earnings, price to sales, price to cash flow, they're irrelevant, right? I mean, I'm talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. I mean, you can get into some of these altcoins, and there are some things like that with business models that you can compare this to. But speculators are going to speculate and are constantly trying to attempt to peg a future price on these things that they really don't know, right? And you're just kind of you're playing these market things. We make fun of, and I know there's people actually can chart, and you're looking at this and the little hand cup and or the cup and handle and all of these different cool, funny things they talk about. But you're in a very infant. It's a baby market, and this is not where you're going to go and do these type of same type of things that you would do to the stock market. Think about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, there is no office. We talk about this all the time. There is no way for you to peg a future price because you're trying to forecast Bitcoin's growth. It's better to view it as a technology rather than a currency, right? Just think of it like that. But that's what they're trying to do, and you can't really look at it at the same. It's not the same type of thing, right? Unlike companies in the stock market, Bitcoin doesn't have or produce revenue, right? It doesn't have earnings. It doesn't have cash flow. What is it, right? I mean, so how do you compare it to what you're looking at in the stock market? So, like I said, it's just something to kind of think about. You really can't, like I said, compare it to what what we're used to. So, now that may seem counterintuitive, but a principle called the diffusion of innovations theory helps put this in perspective. Okay, that's what this is talking about up here. That's what I'm kind of getting into. In a nutshell, the theory says the amount of time it takes for the most new tech to get embraced by 10% of the population is roughly the same amount of time it takes from 10% going to 90% adoption. So that's crazy, man. I mean, that's what you're talking about. We're in that first 10% right now. I think we're about to start to get into that 10 to 90%. I'm not sure. I think we're pretty close, but that's kind of wild to say, and it's a huge testament of where we're at, right? Anybody that's in this space right now, you're about to experience an explosion, right? You think it's been all kind of a great stuff over here, especially like even for me getting in with Ethereum back in 2019, 2020. It's great. Experienced great growth, even though it's been kind of pulled back even down to about $1,000. Still been good for me. I understand other people maybe a little upside down, but the amount of growth that's going to happen is ridiculous, right? But it's been a consistent and profitable theory across a wide range of trends. This diffusion of innovations theory, right? So I mean, it's done things everything from microwaves to cell phones to the internet. So they've used this, and it's looked exactly the same. Maybe some things are a little more fast, a little more speedy, but it's always getting over that first initial 10%. That's the big hurdle, and once it gets to there, then that 10 to 90% is crazy. It goes bonkers, and we've heard this obviously from the meetings that we've been in, people that have been big time in the internet and how that worked, where everybody thought that the adoption was here, and then all of a sudden, oh my goodness, wow, here it is, right? This is the real deal. But this is looking at the Bitcoin's curve analysis, and this is just Bitcoin. This is not. I wouldn't say this is the whole blockchain NFT. It's different. This is just looking at Bitcoin, and I know there's a huge difference. Tim, you can just jump into talking about Miami, right? Imagine Miami. Remember the Bitcoin convention there? That was huge, right? But when we had the NFT one, it was much smaller, right? And there wasn't as much, energy, all of that, excitement and craziness. The Bitcoin one is far ahead of what we're talking about here with the entire industry, NFTs, blockchain, all of that stuff. I still think we're right around here where this transfer over into this growth is. But this is what this is showing. So 25% is kind of in this U.S. Global adoption. 25% is what it's saying here, right? Mm-hmm. But you're about to experience this huge growth. So we're all good, no matter where we're at, whether it is Bitcoin, Ethereum, NFTs. You are still in the early adopter phase, but Bitcoin a little further along, a little different, right? So, like I said, it's just it's a cool theory, and it kind of goes along with almost every kind of technology that we've kind of come across. right?
Well, I think that, people's awareness, we've been talking about this since we started doing YouTube shows, um, has definitely elevated. How many people have really gotten in over I think we've been reporting it was like 5 or 6% of the United States are in some kind of crypto.
Mm.
It's 30, 40, 50,000 people, right? So it's really not a lot of people, as far as, city size, or, amount of people we really think will take for adoption. But I think that because of the pandemic, because of inflation, because of all this, it's very much on everybody's mind and awareness. And especially when, of course, everybody's saying that it was, nothing, it was vapor, and it went from 68,000 down to 20,000. So that, put it also on everybody's tongue. Oh, I told you it was never going to
Yeah.
go anywhere and everything. But when it's still around in a year from now, everybody's gonna be like, well, maybe now would be the right time to get in. If that didn't kill it, nothing's gonna kill it.
Right.
And we should start really thinking about what position we're gonna take. And I'll just add that it is still August, and I think we reported also that I think it was Fidelity Investments was going to allow their customers to invest in Bitcoin starting in August, and that was Fidelity, right?
Right.
One of the biggest IRA
Yep.
um, investment portfolios out there. And if they're going to allow 1% of their IRAs to go into Bitcoin, it's just going to make a big difference. So we're going to see over the next couple months at least some movement just from that. Those IRAs coming in from Fidelity. So I'd say we're closer to right where they say Bitcoin is here. When is this chart from? I can't read the bottom of
Yeah,
it.
no, it was like 2000. This is like 2019. It's a little earlier,
Yeah.
right? And this is just like I said, this is straight up Bitcoin S curve. Yeah, because it's got 2019 to 2020, 29, right? So yes, it's a little old.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say we're right about there. It just feels like sideways because of what has happened in the last few months, given the economy, given the war, given all the stuff that's gone on to make it go sideways. But as far as it being top of mind for people, I think we're right on the edge of headed up.
Right.
So
Well, and
it's a good
it
spot to
doesn't mean
be.
that this chart was made in 2019. It just said in
Mhm.
2019 they were at 10%. So yeah,
Right.
we're a little further along. Right.
Right, but instead of just going on a steep climb, this is like the perfect chart, right? It goes, just starts to swoop right up. We probably went a little sideways over the last year
Sure. Yeah.
because of it, but that only means it's going to be a little steeper when it starts to turn.
Right. Absolutely. But
So,
knowing where technology is on this thing, because they use it on this S curve on a lot of different things, you can determine whether you're invested in a trend too early or too late. It also suggests that the sweet spot, obviously between 10 and 90% for adoption, that's where a bulk of the massive gains come from. Obviously not on the 90% side, but again, this is just looking at Bitcoin. I don't think obviously you're talking about NFTs and things like that. I mean, we know because we've been going to these conventions.
mhm.
We're only at the 5%, man. I mean, this is NFTs still got a little ways to go. Because again, I went to one and yeah, completely glazed eyes. People again making fun of it as it's an image. It's just a picture. Who would buy this digital crypto punk? Doesn't even barely look like something. Why would you buy it for that much? It's just an image. And literally, they have no idea that there's technology behind it. It's a very unique token, right? And that token has technology in it, and there's metadata, and there's things that they have no idea that it's about. So it's just funny. Like I said, that's why I'm pumped up. I mean
Yeah.
that convention that had nothing to do with crypto, it really fired me up because you're just such an amazing space. Why we're able to be building and getting everything prepared for all of these, right, that have no idea, right? And you're going to be able to. That's why I love what we were talking about. What this is really doing here. Number one with education, but other things where we're now going to be venture capitalists and Web3 venture capitalists, and be able to invest in these projects, these ideas that people come in that obviously that we get to choose, right? Especially that they believe in what we believe in, right? So It's an amazing thing, and I'm pumped. So, a lot of the cover. This is Kara Swisher. I was just kind of going off of some of the things because she was kind of in the '90s with the internet, and Kara Swisher shared that in the '90s, a lot of the coverage was look at this new cool thing, right? But it also was the initial coverage was this is a Ponzi scheme, right? And this is not going to happen. This is exactly the things that she was hearing way back then, right? But when the internet came, there was a huge amount of doubt about its efficacy. Way before it was doubt about the economics. It was a doubt about whether anyone was ever going to use it, right? Then it became clear that there was a lot of money to be made and the gold rush mentality was on. But that's kind of, again, we got to hear it a lot from people in our group that kind of experienced that and talking about that being laughed at and joked. And it literally, I felt it there when I was just here this weekend, looking at you and just shaking their head like, what is wrong with you? You're in that crazy thing that everybody's getting wrecked on. Everybody's getting their assets are crumbling. That's ridiculous, And it was funny. Like I said, it's just same thing kind of wrapping up around here. But again, more to that, it's not even about the assets we hold. It's about the opportunity of being able to be a part of this being built, man.
Right.
That's crazy. And that, to me, to be able to be a part of some of these things and be in meetings and do this stuff, that's kind of where, you kind of get it's mind blowing, man. And when we get to be able to talk about, changing the world, you never could have thought of being able to do that, right? I could never even have had that in my mind, right, 3 years ago. But now, again, I've said this a couple times. I don't see how we can't, right? We're going to be building this new thing, and we get to structure it and build it the way that we see where we're talking about people being the most valuable asset on the planet, being the most valuable thing. How what we talk about with anything, people. That's why they pull gold up out of the ground. That's why they pull oil out of the ground. It's why they do everything. Everything in this world is around people, and that's what we get to do is now put people first, and that's pretty cool. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm looking forward to. So there was this new economy with the internet where you didn't need to make profits. You just needed to get a product to market and to grow a market share and get eyeballs on it. And that's kind of the idea. That's all the internet was at the beginning before the big, where Google and Facebook came on. Everybody was just spinning up websites, and it was just, get something out there, just whatever. It doesn't even matter. Get it out there. Let's get a bunch of eyeballs, and then we'll either sell it or we're kind of buying or selling things on it, products. But kind of compare that. Think of that to what we're talking about. I mean, does that sound familiar? Any of that with NFTs or crypto?
Mm-hmm.
We were just talking about, you were used to do the judge and jury. People were spinning up all kinds of NFT projects.
Yeah.
Right. And then what would they do? You blow up the Discord with 100,000 NFT fanatics, right? Twitter with thousands of retweets, and then you scroll down a little more. Some of their tweets got 12, right? So the blockchain is partying like it's 1999. That's not what we did, right? That's not what our community did. That's not what the bees did. We methodically been building, learning, and adjusting to an ever-changing market to get it dialed in, man. It's crazy. Again, that all that other hype stuff, we didn't fall into that crap, man. Because that's what people are doing when they're, kind of doing these things with these NFTs. It's just so fake, and that's what's kind of disappointing. It's good to see the people on Twitter where they're calling that stuff out now. It's a shame it took so long, but that stuff it's over. That whole hype arena.
They did that, and they built a lot of things. What they did was they put up 10,000 pictures and then said they were going to build a metaverse. They were going to build a community. They're going to, do this, that, and then they're going to save the whales at the end. you know, all that stuff was done after they wanted to launch.
Right.
You know, the bees didn't do that. We formed a group. We got the bees together, and then you know, then the DAO came after that. But we had launched the project well before that, and then we were doing the YouTube shows well before the bees came out, and we had our community growing. We had all that stuff going on before even the NFTs came out. But so once that was done, we were like, we're here, we're ready to go.
Right.
And now we're taking it to the next level with you know, some venture capital 3.0, you know, looking to expand out and grow. And that's going to be really exciting stuff.
Yeah, it is. It's great, man. But you know, the vision of Web3 believers is to be a disruptor in this old corrupt system. This really is. Developers, investors, and early adopters imagine a future in which the technologies that enable Bitcoin, Ethereum, and M2 can break up the concentrated power of today's tech giants. We can wield and usher in a golden age of individual empowerment and entrepreneurial freedom, the likes of something I don't think we've ever seen in this world. It will disrupt
Yeah.
concentrations of powers in banks, companies, and billionaires, and deliver better ways for creators to profit from their own work. I mean, that's what we were talking about too, of owning your value, all of this stuff. This is all we've been kind of discussing, talking about, and we're right there now. And the most beautiful thing is we have a structure built where, again, have a DAO, have Bee Honey, have NFTs. We have all the structure of where we can now, you know, pick what we think is going to be big disruptors, right? And you know, get behind them, and not only get behind them, you can fund. That's what a venture capitalist is. That's what this DAO is, a self-generating billion-dollar fund, which is ridiculous, man. I just, you know, that's what I'm saying is there's a lot of work that has been done, that is continuing to go on. There's a lot of vision that's been into this. This is something that we've said from the very beginning, and it's crazy now because this is where we're at, right? Yes, the road is windy. Who knows? It's technology, but it's always been this. It's always been that goal, that vision. That's what we've believed, and that's now where we are at, and it's wild. Some other things. Just looking at this is a Cisco annual internet report. This is their white paper, and they released this thing, and it's just talking about, you know, the internet and adoption and what that is. You want to know? I mean, you think the internet still doesn't have people that needs to be on it? There's 2/3 of the global population will have internet access by 2023. There will be 5.3 billion total internet users, 66% of the global population by 2023. That's next year, up from 3.9 billion. 51% of the global population in 2018. So that was only a few years ago, and there was only half of the world that was internet users. Here's oh look, there's that was M2.
All those people are going to be able to watch our show.
They're going to watch our show, you know, do things on their phones. You know, this is what we're talking about is, you know, it's crazy. The opportunity, even more people getting on the internet and connected devices and machine to machine connections. That's another thing that you know, there's so much here, and I'm not going to go into too much depth here with this, because, you know, there's the Internet of Things where this is where connected home applications. You are having machines talking to machines, your fridge talking to your internet. There's kind of wild things. That's why I wanted to bring up yesterday some of the future technology, artificial intelligence, all of the other stuff with the VR, AR. It's amazing, right? That the explosion of technology that's about to happen is it is revolutionary, and that's not kind of being, you know, hyperbole there. It's just this is. I remember, like I said, the internet and all that stuff. It was a cool, big transition, but I don't think we're ever experienced anything that's about to happen. Like I said, you're talking 5G, all kinds of stuff that and like I said, I know people have, whatever pros and cons with all that stuff, but it is truly incredible of where we're at and what we are are going to become. This is a lot of work to do, still a lot of grinding, a lot of things to accomplish, but it's right there for us, right? All you got to do is take it, and that's incredible to be able to be a part of something like that.
I remember when it all came out, and I got the disc for AOL in the mail and all that kind of stuff. And we've talked about that a couple times, but I just think that, and it's hard for me to imagine, even though I spent most of my life, well, I'm getting older now, but without internet and all that kind of stuff. I didn't grow up with the internet, so it's made life much more interesting and easy, convenient, and of course brought a lot of people together. Keeping up with long lost friends and family, as close as I am with them. But I think that this step, the banking and the processes and the let's call it supply chains of everything that are going to be streamlined and make it easier, more efficient, and better for everyone. It's going to seem a lot more in the background than the internet was, that because that's like in your face, all that kind of stuff that goes on there. But there's this blockchain is going to make things happen in the background where you're going to be able to build and do things faster, more streamlined, more personalized. But I don't think it's going to be as in your face. So it's going to sneak up on a lot of people. But it's just going to happen when we build stuff and do stuff for people, entrepreneurs like you and I that want to get in here and do this kind of stuff. We're going to be able to create things that, individuals like us would take big corporations to do. So we're going to be able to be people that want to take the initiative and get out there and do stuff are going to be able to do things that, it would take huge amount of manpower to make those things happen. But because of the blockchain and the systems and the abilities that we're going to be able to have, it's going to make it much more competitive for little guys to come up and create something that of value that people want, and make it very diverse for even more and more people. And like you said, when more people are connected to the internet and we can get to them, it just makes the audience bigger. So there's the pie is getting bigger, and the availability for us to interact with that pie is going to be easier. So it's just going to make it an amazing place to grow and work and create things for the future.
Yeah.
But it's going to sneak up on a lot of people. They're not even going to know that this stuff is capable. But that's why we're here, trying to say that it is possible, and you should take the time to learn and get after it right now.
Well, it is. This is the important time. All this whole past 2 years has been the important time, right? All the network, all the connections, all the talking with people, all the spaces, all the YouTube, all of that. It was is to get the people, get to know people that are going to be builders and developers, and any of that, investors, all of that stuff that's going to be in here. We got to know some of the people, and that's incredible to, again, we used to talk about just even how valuable all the followers that you get on Twitter. It's huge, man. And taking stuff for granted. It's just, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on, and it's exciting. Like I said, now I get to go. I don't get out in civilization too much, man. I hang out in the woods. I go down to Atlanta. I'm like, what the heck? How do you guys not know what's going on here? So it's wild. And yes, it was a great thing for me, man. Maybe I will show, because I put one picture up on Discord, but got to meet Tebow, got to meet Willie from the Duck Dynasty guys. I got to meet and talk to some cool people and just folks that were also at the event, and just discuss. And no one knows what's going on.
Well, there was a couple things while you were going over your presentation. There was a few comments that came through here, so I want to share a couple of them. And Deborah was answering some of these things, so I want to bring that up. But Drell says, "What do you think about the plans for central bank digital currency, and can we stop it?"
Nope.
So I think Deborah did say some stuff there. She said, "Don't think we can stop the government from getting involved and creating a central bank digital currency. They know they can't stop it. They want to control people, so they're going to try and control people that way." And she says, "If you look closer, specifically, you don't have to have it on a blockchain, and will definitely won't be decentralized." Yeah, we love the decentralized version. So that's I think she's correct there.
Yeah. Well,
And
it
then
isn't.
Richie says we rock. So thank you.
But it is crazy. That's good, Deb. She's because I sent her that thing. Remember I told you the lady that tweeted,
Yeah.
right? That tweeted that whole thing. She's going through it now. I mean, it's good. She's she won't listen to me, so just might as well read.
No, she's obviously Richard. She says if you research it, you'll see that you don't have to have it on a blockchain, and they'll play on people's fears. So some will turn to the banks, and that's not truly educated on DeFi, right? So yeah, the traditional TradFi will definitely get in there and try and create their own version of this and their own digital cash and all that kind of stuff. But it's not the control and the power that we're trying to educate everyone on about that. So, and then George brought up some stuff about BlackRock, and they said that it was a big deal. 10% allocation from BlackRock into crypto moves the needle to $100 billion, the marketplace. So it's not going to take much to make crypto a very powerful force out there. And then, Deb's throwing out the knowledge. Let's go bees.
There you go. That's right, Cappy Queen.
And then
thank you. Yeah.
Deborah saying thank you.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
All good. There's no stopping the central banks' digital currency. I mean, they're going to do their thing. I mean, that's China's already done it. They're going to, they control their people. They have social credit systems. I mean, so there's no stopping that. I mean, you can't. I mean, the government is going to be in control no matter what. But they can, we can go to St. Lucia too if we don't like it.
That's right.
We can go to Belize. We can go to Ecuador. We can go anywhere we want.
El Salvador or Central African Republic. It's backed by Bitcoin now. So there's a lot of other places that are waking up to the possibilities.
I'll take my queens and leave. You want to be like that, the United States? Bye. I'll take my queens and leave. So, but yes, that's the point. But again, I don't think maybe hopefully the United States doesn't get too bonkers. Right. I mean, but they will. I mean, of course, the Fed is going to do their thing. We talked about it several times. They're going to do their thing, and it's, that's that choice. But yes, I know people don't like that. You even too, I've told people that, you're in full control. You can't lose your password. You can't give your privacy, and that's it. They don't even want to talk about it no more. Right. Like, I don't want that type of responsibility. I'm like, well, have a good one. Those are the ones that are going to go there, and they'll go to the Bank of America digital currency.
Right.
Yep. All good, man.
Exactly. Very good. Good stuff. I don't see anything else in the comments, but more thank yous and good stuff. So Deborah says she reads more than you know, Ray.
Oh, there you go. That's dangerous. Yep. Good stuff, man. But no,
all right, very good.
Tomorrow, I don't know. I didn't prepare anything already for tomorrow, so I have to.
We'll be back tomorrow. I think we're gonna have to force FOMO's hand and have him come back on here and give some updates. But we'll have another show in about 23 hours or so. We'll come back and do another auction number 84. Hopefully, we'll get some nice royals in there and have some fun with it. But it'll be all good, and we'll be right back.
Yep.
To watch it happen. And,
right on,
and try and see if we can snag some more of these great auction bees.
Yeah, please like, share, and subscribe. I see it scrolling at the bottom, but yeah, we need it. It's helpful, right? I mean, and we want all this information to get out there. It's not just so we grow, whatever, but it's information that people need to start understanding what's really going on over here. And this is good stuff to share because we kind of went through a little, idea of what's going on with the crypto adoption. Yeah.
Absolutely. I love it. All right, Ray. We'll see you. We'll do it again tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate you. See you.